All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We are continuing our recent runner technical analysis videos looking at Blue Star Foods and SYTA. Look, you know I love just a nasty red candle like that, especially if you didn't have money here and watched it go all the way there. This makes me really happy because I know one day it'll turn to green, 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 right? And there's a lot of good things happening right now, right? So we'll talk about this shortly. Before we get into the details, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages. This is the first time I'm covering this stock, so I will manually draw some horizontal support and resistance lines. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with the YouTube algorithms. But even if you don't, just thank you so much for watching these, okay? And then if you disagree with anything, throw it in the comments, all right? I'm not here pretending to be perfect or all-knowing. And yeah, if you've got better opinions than me, I do actually want to hear them, okay? So look, let's get into the details. And real quick, I can see that we've been under the 820 and 50 for a while. Just zooming out, yeah, it's, oh man, and this is a relatively new stock. Okay, so look, it's really been nothing but under the 50. There was one open right there, clearly still under it. And then a lot of under the 20 and the 8, okay? What I do like, and look, we've seen it a bunch of times, and actually we've seen it right here, right? It goes horizontal. It kind of looks like it wants to go up and then fails it too. So like, don't let this end of January to mid-February moment, don't forget about this, okay? Because it's done this. It's actually broken the 20, it's opened above the 50, and then failed hard, right? So just keep that in mind. However, there are a couple differences that I actually do like here, okay? Let's first and foremost draw this. I know I normally draw up here, but I'm drawing that. I like that we were down here and then now we're up here. I like that it's actually going up. Volume uptrend is almost as important as dollar uptrend. You know what I mean? Volume is king, right? So I love this. I always say 80% of the work is up here. So, you know, I feel a little bad focusing down here first, but yeah, I like that, okay? And then just rounding it out, we've actually been higher. This day was at 25.1 million. We were only at 24. I know it's close, but yeah, we've had more volume not that long ago either, right? So ironically, it was a pretty ugly candle, but whatever, volume's volume, right? I at least know it's possible, okay? And on this one, clearly there was no like immediate follow through anywhere, right? So things are a little different here. That's a beautiful MACD and RSI. I love it. I love that the RSI is only in the 60s. We're definitely still in the negative, right? But hey, we're knocking on the door. It's not like we're at -5, -500, right? We're at -0.05. That's cool, right? I mean, it's not beautiful, but it's cool. And yeah, I like that the green is over red, and both of them make me think that we want to diverge, right? We're going away from this thing. We're not converging and coming back. That's good. Today we've broken the 50 and it looks like, yeah, for sure, we broke this little horizon right here, right? I definitely care about tomorrow's confirmation, but there's a lot of reason to believe we're coming to the 50 right here. I went a little too high and that sucked, but look, it lines up almost exactly to it, right? 50 is 33 right here. This day, the high was at 33. Sorry, I couldn't tell what those numbers were, but yeah, 33 cents is a pretty money number between here and here. We'll take a look at the weekly, but I'm at least gonna draw this line real quick. I'm gonna draw that line real quick. And then I'm setting an alert, okay? I'm going to set an alert at 22 cents. Let me know if this thing goes a penny higher tomorrow. And look, an alert is not an immediate buy notification, okay? I for sure don't want to wake up and see volume down here, right? Obviously, it could pick up during the rest of the day, but like, yeah, let's start volume right here. Let's keep the interest on Blue Star versus drop like we've done, right? And make me wait maybe a couple days for hopefully another one, right? But yeah, we're over the 8 a few days. We've just broken the 20. Let's get some confirmation. Let's maybe climb this. Let's get to here. Good confirmation for me would be 25 cents. Again, we just talked about a reason to believe 33 cents is realistic, right? So what's the weekly look like? Okay, where is the 8 moving average? It's at 26 cents. So I am drawing this just to have it on the daily, but that 26 cents, look, roughly 50% candle. That's I think I just said 25 cents, but yeah, that's going to be a bit of a resistance, and I think I go back with my 25 cents that I just said a moment ago. Because again, I imagine this is going to go down tomorrow, right? That's just, I don't know the math, but just look, it's a down line. I think it'll do its thing, right? But it's a weekly, so maybe it doesn't. I have no idea. But look, beautiful MACD and RSI on the weekly. Beautiful increase in volume. Definitely did not have it here before. Actually, the first time, look, again, we have a big one, but a drop. Maybe that little bad boy right there was something, but that's the first consistent, and that's cool, right? And it's still early in the week, right? So this actually might continue up. So interesting to say the least right here. I like this. I actually do. Obviously, I need good confirmation. From here, look, do I think we're breaking the 50? I don't know, right? Because like legitimately, we've only opened over it. Closed over it once in that whole view out, right? So maybe we'll wick this 35 cents. Hey, maybe we'll test it. Because again, that's a low enough to where I normally ring the bell around 80, right? So yeah, after this, let me at least just draw it just in case I don't cover this soon enough. This is going to be the next line, so right under there. And then, man, that's a beautiful run to basically here. That looks like that'll take me to, yeah. After 35, it's basically the 100 and the 200. My lines are going to just, because I would have drawn one right here, or give or take right here, maybe wherever, it's going to line there. So I like this set right here. If it goes up, there's a reason to believe it'll get close to 1. If it goes down, I don't even need to draw it, right? Because from there, you're going to lose that bad boy and go down. I guess I'll just draw it just to have it. But yeah, I think that's a good cover on this one. So the next stock actually does have a similar setup. Sorry, I was looking up the ticker. I forgot what it was. SYTA. So again, this one actually drops at 32 burger. All right, the last one we were looking at was a 16. Still monster day. Don't disrespect a 16% in one day just because we're looking at a 32, right? So for sure, the last one was a recent runner. Okay, this is a nice chart, right? I wish the RSI was just a little lower. That's probably one of the biggest differences. But let's just zoom out a little bit. Oh my goodness, look at that gap right there, right? I mean, the first line I'm going to have to draw is right there, right? So 29 cents, there's definitely going to be a little resistance at 29 cents. It kind of coincides with a high RSI and where we're at, but I love this volume right there. That's a beautiful step up. Good day, better day, even better day. Another good day tomorrow, man. And like, honestly, if we break that 29 and then we break 35, it's a really quick run to maybe here, if not at least 50. Okay, so again, one more time, this 29 I think is going to be a good little resistance. It's basically the last real candle before the gap down. Okay, we do have a relatively high 80 is where I say this thing is too high and it needs to come down. What's this number right here? The RSI was 81. This looks to be the highest in a while. So 81 is definitely it's a friendly ceiling, and it'll live in the mid. Yeah, it lived in that 75 world, not really that 81. So let's see what happens at 29. But there's a reason to believe it'll wick 35. Honestly, I'm really interested at a break of 35. I'm going to set an alert for 36. I know it sounds silly saying, let me wait for almost 50% of the money, right? Let another 10 cents before I go in. But, I have a job. I'm not always finger on the mouse, right? And yeah, I think it'll be a little bit easier of a ride than what might be here. But I like this chart. I really, really do. I think this is a beautiful day trade for sure if you can do it. I'll draw that right there. Oh, nice. And that perfectly lines up. Not perfectly, but close enough to 50% candle. And then from there, oh, man, I guess yeah, and then from there, we're kind of in the moving average. I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this. So I would say this. Obviously, this thing needs to go up. Generally, I set an alert for a penny more. I wouldn't do it. I just I don't like the RSI. I think if the RSI was low, I would have set that alert. If this goes down, I think 23 cents is a really logical place it would stop at. It could very well come down to 20 cents because 20 cents would obviously be the bottom of this. And it roughly looks like where the 8 moving average will probably open up tomorrow, right? Maybe a little closer to right here, 21 cents, give or take. But yeah, if it loses 23, I see it coming to 21. If you lose 20, I mean, from there, it's a question of, are you going to come to the 50 or not, right? I sincerely doubt you'll lose both of these. These are 2 moving averages, and you should come here at the lowest. I don't even think that you're going to lose the 8, though, because, again, I like this MACD. I like the RSI, and I actually loved that volume step up, right? I just really wish, again, the RSI wasn't that high. But, hey, we've seen them hit the 90s with the good volume and the good interest, right? So, man, that's a beautiful weekly. This weekly chart is actually saying 64 cents is very, very realistic. There's almost nothing right here. So good on the weekly. I mean, again, you just got to be a little more patient looking at a weekly chart than a daily chart because obviously a weekly is 5 times shorter, but that's super bullish right there. Excuse me, my goodness. So just a little more volume, and yeah, it could actually be really silly. I'm going to be honest with you. I think after seeing that, I do want to know if this thing goes above a penny. Let me know if it hits 27 cents. And again, an alert is not an immediate buy notification, but it's definitely a check it out. That weekly, very quickly, you can tell, kind of turned my opinion a lot. Don't disregard a high RSI. It definitely could come down to 23 cents, right? It's never good to buy at 27 and watch it come down to 23, right? But, there's reason to believe, and again, I think it still goes with this 35 cracks and it's good. Maybe this is the better alert, actually. You know what? I'll set it another one at 30. Just for a crack at this one instead of the 27. That's at least maybe a little bit, like I said, safer. But yeah, this one looks bullish for sure. So, hey, I appreciate your time so much. If you disagree with anything, throw it in the comments. Otherwise, very, very much appreciated one last time.